Hey, what is going on? Welcome to this video of us going over price actions here on our trading software, trading view, and looking at BTC. That's what we stick to. We are heavily into crypto, and the reason why people have asked is because it has volatility. It moves. If you're looking for long-term investments, it's still really good, just like the stocks. Gold, silver, anything that's popular, anything that you can invest in, housing, real estate, business, all those are good places to put capital into, but it takes a long time to grow. That's a different strategy. What we're doing is we're actually trying to take action in short windows of time and make money on that. Yeah, basically short little windows. And you need energy in the charts. You need volatility. You need stuff that's going to pop very quickly. And if you look at the stock market, it's very structured. It gets controlled a lot more. So a lot of people, they complain about what's kind of going on, and people having control and taking, stock market's really not any different. So that's why we have moved into crypto. That's why we look at BTC, because it's a solid chart. It's proven itself. It's been around for a little while. It's just like, Amazon's been around for a little while. Anyways, that's why we use BTC. Let's go ahead and dig into the price action today. We have been talking about this for the last couple of weeks of getting above key levels. We're kind of watching it pull back possibly today, but just because we had a nice run up in the last since the beginning Sunday night into Monday, and now we're on Tuesday. But let's go ahead and take a look at price action and take a look at what happened today. So you do see this nice run up today, and which is nice, but you do have to be careful because you can see that we're getting close to topping out. If you look at our 1 hour, it's nice because it had this nice energy here, and I'm kind of zoomed out so you can see a lot bigger of a movement here of how it played. But you can see here that we started to push up and we're getting exhausted on the 1 hour, and now there's definitely was bullish divergence, or bearish divergence, in here. That showed that this did want to pull back. Now, when I say pull back, it doesn't mean possibly run all the way back down, right? It just means it's going to pull back into a key level of support. And it would not surprise me if we kind of come back into this key level back down here around that 72.6, maybe even up in this upper area, maybe 73,000 is an easy area for this to pull back. It actually would be good. It gives us some energy and it can run a little higher. If we jump out into that daily real quick, it does show we still have some room that we could start to push up. We're just kind of getting started on pushing up now. We are above key areas of support that we were talking about. So that is pretty encouraging. So this could even, come back right down into here and even test. It could come halfway down into that, like I said, that 73,000 level. It would not surprise me if something like that happened here, mainly because you can see all this energy down here. Now, obviously, this is typically it likes to move to the moving averages, and you can see how I'll spread these out on the daily. They've been that way for quite a while. You can see that it started to pull back right here, and then we had the next drop. Now, with that said, I do want to point this out. With the tools that we use, you can see that the bulls kicked in right here and decided to buy. Well, this was back in November. They put some energy on the charts. Well, then we started to run up, and we were looking at this to continue back up. We started to get it back above those support levels, and then it fired down. The positive in that is, really, we're looking at this bigger picture. You could be looking at this a bigger zone. Now, this would obviously get back up into this area, could get all the way up into the higher level, and then kind of come back here, which then you create the other side. So then you have the left shoulder, that rounding bottom down here when people were kind of like, this is over with, we're going down. We get above these key levels of support. This is what you're looking for. And then this probably would pull back, and then we create some strength right back down in this key area, and then we run up. Well, that's just a big cup and handle is all we're really looking at. That's typically how a cup and handle is formed when you're looking at these patterns. Now, this little lower time zone that we're talking about today, it's not going to really matter if it pulled back a little bit. We're just looking at this key levels of support that we've been talking about. That 72,000 is a strong level, and you can see we fought against it. We broke through it. Now this could just continue to build and run. and run up today. Let's get back into the 15-minute though and really look at what happened in the price action that we're looking for, and what we're looking for here in just a little while. Now, what I was just talking about was this key area right through here. This could easily run down into this, the 15-minute 200 is a magnet. That's basically 73,000. That would not surprise me if we kind of go down in that zone. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at trade opportunity if you're following us. Now, we use these trigger lines to take trades. A lot of times we are looking at gap. That's a little bit safer. If you're going to be using the gap, it kind of keeps you a little bit safe from where trades are going to go. Now, if you're analyzing the charts, though, and always being in them or watching us, you'll see that there's other opportunity. And today was presented. And when I say that is because we knew we were topping out. There was energy on that 4 hour. We were creating that space. It doesn't mean you couldn't take advantage of opportunity. Now, what we like to always say is wait for that confirmation candle. So you did get the confirmation candle here. This would have been hard to jump in on the long here, because by the time you got the confirmation candle, you're actually this candle, this first candle we couldn't really trade. That's that New York Stock Exchange candle. So for us, we don't really trade that because you can see the energy that kicked in, created a low down here and a high way up here. Our trigger was stuck in the middle, so it already had run through. Then you got this confirmation candle, then you're way up here. So getting in way up here shows exhaustion. Typically, that's the fear of missing out. People are jumping in. They're trying to get in the trade. You did see it pull back pretty hard. Now, this did bounce, and you could have looked at taking this opportunity here for a little bit of a leg back up into the target 2. This would have been a little bit more risky, but this is putting the probability into your pocket. And you can see that if you got in after this close here, you could have got in and had this run back up. Now, I wouldn't blame you if you didn't, but if you're putting probability in your favor, that's the whole point. The system was already in play. It had to pull back, and then you could have got in. Now, this did start creating the topping pattern, right? We already knew that was going to happen. We already knew this was going to kind of roll over, and it was showing that already, and that's kind of what we see here. Now it's starting to fall down. Now, you could be saying, well, what do I do now? Well, you could have taken the trade when it came down through here. You got that confirmation close down the 15. You could have got in on the open or when it pulled back. So let's go ahead and put that trade on and take a look at where you'd be. And this would have been the stop, right above the daily, or the 30-minute daily candle that we managed. The first 30-minute candle open for us on our system is this 30-minute high low. That's what we have marked here. We like to usually use this because a lot of times price action, you can see, does not come back. That's why I put the stop way down here, even though it was here. Yeah, we could have got a better risk reward, but you can see price action didn't just come back. It didn't just fall back in here. Even like right here, it fell back in. It's fighting in this area, but the trade is still playing out. If you got in right here, that's a good confirmation. You could put your stop. You can see the trade's just grinding along, and ultimately it has pressure coming down. Now, it's not really breaking down very solid. We would like to see this to kind of flow out here. And you might see, okay, well, why are you trading, or are we going to get this target? Well, let's go ahead and do the same thing, but I'm going to connect the breakdown to the breakout. So basically I'm matching the triggers, and you can see here's target 1. Later in the day, typically it will go to target once it breaks the patterns. A lot of times it will come out to the target 1 at least, possibly target 2. Well, when we were looking at the levels just a little while ago, you could see that it did want to do the pullback into that 73 to that 72.5 right in that area. These are very extended out here though, but doesn't mean price action couldn't break down to these areas. We are fighting right here on that area. And what we'd be looking for is this 21 that still has pressure put on the chart. And you might say, well, where's it going to break down to? Well, I'm going to use, again, the trigger here of the breakdown as your bottom and your top. Well, you're probably going to know this is already going to break down too. It's basically saying that if this pull goes to full pull, it's going to go to target 2 down here, which is 73,461 is what I'd be looking for. I may split the difference just because we're later in the day if I was taking that trade, or I'm still waiting for this and isn't playing out. You could easily pick the target too if that's what you decided to. You can see it's a 1.4 if you did that. If you went back and said, hey, I want to be a little more conservative, 1.1 roughly. Up here is like a 1.3. So for easy math, you have 2.4. If I just added the two together, if this is what you traded today, so if you put $100 on this one and $100 on this one would have paid you 130, and this one would have paid you 110 basically. So not a bad day. You put 200 on, you made $240 roughly. So not too bad. You basically doubled your investment if that's how you're looking at it. Now, obviously, if you wanted to extend this out and wait to see if it can get down to that full drop, then you're looking at 1.4, so that would bump it up another $30. Roughly, is that $30 really a big deal to you? It just depends on what you're doing and why you take those targets. Nothing wrong with that, but that is the kind of that system, and those are the areas that we would be looking for. And again, this is obviously is trying to break down. Now you might be like, well, why are you even looking at that possibly? Still, well, the 1 hour still has energy in it. Now it is getting bottomed out here. But the 1 hour right now is getting pressure put down on it. We have the 9 exponential moving average, the 9 EMA and the 21 EMA. They're both on top of price action right now. Price action is breaking down in this key area, which is the breakdown trigger. And it does look like it does want to at least absorb all this area right here and trade on out. So if that's what you were trading, that I'm just showing you the highest probability, and that's really trading in, like I've said before, it's business, that's life. That's what you're looking at doing, is taking the highest probability and putting your capital as that investment on it. So it would have been nice, yes, to get the trade right here and get this full drop, but you don't know where it's going to really trade to. You want that confirmation. That's why we use our support and resistance lines, these triggers that we are talking about as our support and resistance. So as they start to break those levels, a lot of times it's saying, okay, I'm going to commit to that energy, to what I need to move in the direction I want it to. So that's kind of where we're coming from when I'm pointing these areas out. All right, I will leave you to it on taking advantage of price action yourself. I want you to practice this, put it into play, find your system, like I've talked about before, your reason, your highest probability. That's how you trade. That's where a successful trade comes from, or a successful person that wants to trade would come from, is putting the highest probability in your favor and then be willing to take action when it shows up. And if you do that, then you're a successful trader at that point. Making profit or taking a loss or a profit is not how you want to rank yourself. It is if you're successful in trading. It's the behavior. So anyways, like and subscribe, guys. Put comments in for any questions that you have. We'll help you out. We're here for you. Again, we have our live Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So we had our live today, which we talked about some of these kind of levels. We pointed this kind of stuff out. So if you really don't have the levels, you don't really understand, you can definitely get on the lives and get everything. It's all put on the charts that day. So you could copy the exact same chart that I have today with the key levels just by watching our live. And that's 3 days a week on 8:30 Central Standard Time. And you can take advantage of it. Actually, as I'm recording this recap right now, this is the live candle that is dropping that we were literally just talking about. So you're seeing this happen live while I'm doing the recording that we got in back here, right? And you can see it's still playing out. And you can see there was multi-inner time to get into this at this point. If somebody had come in later, they could have easily got into it all the way up even to this candle. Now, where this candle's playing now, I would say, no, you're too late. So that's kind of that call of taking that. This is live price action, how you want to analyze it. This is why we get in and put our stop here, so that way you can let this play out as it takes out where it needs to go. So, all right, you guys have a great rest of the day, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.